max buy cost in BuyBotPro is one of the most underrated bits in the entire panel. Essentially, it saves you from a lot of wondering. So when we go to enter in our buy price, sell price, and look at all the other numbers, the max buy cost is definitely something to pay attention to. So this is essentially the most that we could buy the item for, whereby aspects like the profit, ROI still meets our criteria. So that criteria we've set in our BuyBotPro settings of the minimum profit, minimum ROI. As long as we are staying underneath this, we are still going to make our targets that we have for the item. So instead of we might go back to the store, having analysed at this price, knowing where we're going to get it from, we might go back to that store and they have sold out, at least sold out at that kind of price. And we might have to go and look at other stores instead. So we could very quickly with BuyBotPro just go to the Google link, which is just here, and very quickly scroll across. And if anything was to be the max buy cost or under, that would be something that we could go ahead with. Otherwise, if it's a higher price, then we know that it's not even worth looking at because it's not going to meet our profit ROI target. So it makes skimming through this so much easier. Instead of looking at each one, is that going to work? Is that going to work? You know it's got to be that or under. Obviously, whatever price you are analysing with initially, ideally you want it to be a larger gap between the max buy cost and this, so that way you know there's more room for different kinds of prices to meet that criteria. But it is really handy, and I feel like it often gets skipped past when actually it's incredibly useful, because it is a very real and somewhat frequent scenario where we look at something and we come back to it the next day maybe, and we go to buy it and it's not available anymore, or maybe it's just not available in the quantity that we wanted, so maybe we have to get some of it at this price from that retailer, and maybe we'll have to get it for a different price from another retailer. But as long as I say it meets or is underneath this right here, it's going to meet our targets. If it is slightly over, it's going to be slightly under our targets. So that would be your decision on how flexible you want to be with your ROI profit goals and so forth. And obviously if it's a price that's considerably over this max buy cost, then there's probably no point, because it's then going to be a loss, or you're not going to make very much on it whatsoever. So it's very important to note, and yeah, it just makes it so much easier just to scroll across, and you can very easily pick out what's going to work in a numerical, in a financial sense. And of course, no matter what, you'd still do the rest of your checks, so like IP, competition, charts and so forth. All that stuff you'd have a quick look over just to confirm everything's fine with the analysis. But this just makes it so easy, and as I say, saves you from a lot of wondering. Thanks for watching.